In May 2022, I travelled to New York and met up with Scott Jordan, Belle Costes and their friend Alex, historians, artists and history hunters, on a mission to shine a light on and salvage discarded and lost objects from New York's rich history.
So these are how the sodas looked in the 1840s and 50s. This is what we really love finding, stuff like that. These are South Street Seaport, 17th and 18th century necks in there. There's just a couple of 17th, but most are 18th century necks. That lights up, that's a lamp.
They invited me to join them on a bottle dig to search for and uncover fragments of New York's past.
Belle's found something already and they haven't even started digging anything.
Alex kicked the dirt, kicked the leaves aside, and she walks up and goes, "Oh, look, a marble." So typical girlfriend.
60s marble.
Yeah.
It's called a cat eye.
1960s.
First find of the day. It's a good sign. So here we are, Scott. What's the next steps? What are you going to do now?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the leaves. We're on a big landfill here. We're going to clear the leaves. We're going to cut out the black dirt, which I always save and put aside. And then we're going to start a hole, cutting through roots and making our way down. The entire landfill is filled with coal ash, so it's filled with coal cinders. And that's what we're going to be digging through today. It's going to have rusted cans, bottles, food bone shells, bits of pottery, the average things thrown out just prior to World War I. That's the time period we're in, about 1915-16. So look, we got a baby oak. That baby oak we're going to transfer to a more sunny location for it to grow. And this is a small tree too. We try to respect nature as much as possible and replant plants that we disturb.
Yeah,
especially
so this is ethical.
Very much
bottle
so.
digging. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So no nature is disturbed.
No, we
no
put it all back
wildlife.
the way we find it.
Yeah. And we're with Alex as well. And you're going to be helping, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to push the leaves aside.
Yeah,
and
we'll
start.
make it nice.
Let me get the tools out. Gloves. These are gloves for everybody.
So you're replanting that little oak.
Yeah, and it's in a sunnier spot so it can actually grow better, because this little opening it can grow out of. So we want to give this little tree a chance. I love trees, and we plant trees throughout the season. We replant them from city empty lots into the forest.
And just if you don't know, that's an exotic invasive garlic mustard, and when it's very, very young, it's got a garlicky onion flavor. You can make amazing pesto sauce with that.
Really?
Pick them up, grind them up.
What is this?
Go ahead. It's called garlic mustard. Smell it. It's a little bitter now because it's not the early spring, but
Garlic
it's an exotic
mustard.
invasive. It's garlic mustard. Smell it. Taste it. It's not gonna.
Make pesto with it.
You make pesto with it.
Thanks for the tip.
There you go. It's very, very, now again, usually get it in the spring. You smell a little bit of the garlic?
Yeah, I do. I can. Oh, it does smell nice, actually.
It's an invasive, it's not native, but
Okay.
get it when it's early spring. Mulch it, put a little olive oil.
Okay. Thanks, Alex.
Put it on your pasta.
So there's the ash.
It's just on top.
Right.
Oh,
The
where
good
am I
thing
putting the ash?
Oh no, we're not doing ash yet. So just scrape the black dirt, please. Just the black. Just give it a little skim.
There's a clay marble.
Oh, you got another marble.
That's much older. That's
Yes.
the time period of the dump.
Okay. How
19
old is this?
Probably late 1890s, 1910. Handmade clay marble by children in the factories that rolled them in their hands here in New York. They had quite a few factories in New York City that made marble.
Wow. There you go, Belle.
No, that's for you.
Oh, thank
First
you.
thing
I'm gonna give you the other one too.
Yeah, yeah. You can't have the glass one.
No, you can have the glass one too. Right.
Oh, bit of plate.
You want to flip it?
Yeah, see if there's more.
Nope.
There it
Nope,
is.
there we go.
Oh, yes.
China, out of Syracuse.
Syracuse. And here's that bottle.
1910.
It's actually quite long, a bit taller than this.
And what would that have been?
It's capers. You know, the
Yeah.
green things
Yes.
for your bagel. Yeah, it's a pretty bottle though.
So I saw a silver Washington early 40s in the mud. So I said, bro, come here. So I drew a 6-foot circle around it. And I said,
Right, and go
you better
find
get
it.
on the sheet. I'm not telling you where it is.
You found it?
No, I had to point it out to him.
man.
But he found it. But anyway, Nicola, you got to get on the sheet. Okay, you got to get on the sheet. You just can't come up here and use that little trowel and find nothing. So get to it.
I've got to get on the sheet, everyone. On the sheet.
It's funny, as a New Yorker, I don't know that term. I'm not familiar either.
No,
Say it one more time in a really New York
you
accent.
got to get on the sheet. Right? You got to get on the sheet.
And cracking it open.
Right, I got my trowel. I'm going to get on the sheet and I'm going to find something with it. Yeah.
That means, find an artifact, find a bottle, find something good.
Okay. Right, come on, trowel. You've got to deliver. So they're setting me to work. So here I am with a spade with Alex.
Not with her trowel.
We're getting on the sheet.
We're trying to.
Yep. A bottle popped up when I was digging, didn't it?
It did.
It just
First one to
popped
find
up.
one. And there it is.
Here it is. Look.
What do we have?
Do you want to watch?
Yeah, I'll do the wipe.
It is what, like a
Unembossed
beer bottle.
Beer bottle, yeah. 1915, 1917. There we go.
It's a
Emerald
nice
green.
green.
Yeah, emerald green.
Yeah, so that's a good start, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there is
You're on the
stuff in
sheet.
here. I'm
I'm
on the
checking.
sheet.
You're on the
right?
sheet. Awesome, awesome.
See if you can find it.
Okay.
It's in this area.
So there's a bottle in here.
Yes.
Oh, is it there?
Yes.
Let's see. Let's have a look and see what this is. Oh yes.
What?
Oh yeah. Beautiful little bottle.
It's a whiskey.
Yeah, little whiskey flask.
Look at that.
Everyday thing in the past. Oh, it's an
Aqua.
aqua one. They're usually
Yeah,
clear.
that's a nice one.
Not bad.
Great. It even has
Usually
something
clear.
in it.
That's sweet. Has a little
It's a
rainwater
little
in there.
bit of seepage water. There you go.
Just rainwater.
That's a sweet bottle.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
So we're getting to the interesting stuff now.
Yes.
A little
Any
bit.
more trash?
Brilliant. There you go.
So as Alex was working, he turned up this little jar, and I recognized it as a smartweed jar, but I think it's the name of a type of plant. Oh, he's pointing to something over there. He's got more. What else?
yeah.
Oh, he just kicked an
hold
ink
on,
out.
hold on.
So what's
Yeah,
this?
it's an ink.
That's-
Look familiar, like yesterday's?
Yeah, it's an ink.
Pardon?
So it says milkweed
Ah.
cream.
Oh, milkweed cream.
Yeah.
Oh, does it say
Here's the
smartweed
name.
or
It
not?
says,
Oh
What does it
yes.
say?
Yeah. Oh. Is it Ingram's or something? I
Ingrams,
don't
yes,
know. Is it
Ingrams milkweed cream.
Lady viewers, I am pausing this video to make an important announcement about Ingram's milkweed cream. Do stop cleaning your house immediately. It takes more than a well-ordered house to keep a husband at home, says Frances Ingram, noted beauty advisor. It takes an attractive wife to do that. And that's where so many wives have made a serious mistake. They've worked too hard at keeping their houses and not enough at keeping their looks. But it's never too late to cultivate attractiveness, Miss Ingram says. Well, that's a relief. It isn't hard, it requires no expensive beauty treatments. All you need is one complete constructive cream. Ingram's milkweed cream. Well, there is the answer I've been looking for, and please, ladies, stop cleaning your houses immediately.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Huh.
cool,
So it's
isn't it?
not brand smartweed.
This is neat.
I thought it was.
This
Cool.
is neat.
We got a little
Okay.
desk ink. Just
link.
kick that out of the layer. Look at some of the old cap was made of like a tarry type of material with the cork attached. So it's got some of the ink and rainwater seeped inside of it. So we're starting to find stuff.
Yay. Alex, come on, you're doing really well there.
If you need to stick, you want to start sticking, let us know.
I want to just clean the overburden
And
and we'll...
when you kneel on the pad, on the bag, so you don't get so white. If you want to.
So as you can see, we've made some, well, I say we, the royal we, Belle and Scott and Alex mostly, have made some great progress. And we found a few bits, but we are actually going to go and move on somewhere else. And you'll come back to this hole several times.
Over. Yeah, we got about 10, 12 feet to go. So we're going to be here 5 times during the summer.
Really? So you just keep working on this hole here?
Yes. And go
That's
down.
how it works?
We take the dirt up with a rope and a bucket eventually.
Here's our finds.
This is the little bit we found so far.
Yeah.
That's the best find to me. This is a really neat one.
That's nice.
The simple whiskey flask.
So probably a
Or wine.
few more feet under there, there'll be more.
The trash layers start to show up because the top is usually more sterile, and then we start hitting trash layers a little bit. So, and they come and go.
Yeah.
So every foot or two is another trash layer as you move down. So.
Right. Well, I enjoyed that, watching you all dig this great big hole. So what are you doing now? You're covering it up.
Well, we're covering it up for animals and human safety while we're gone, and we leave one log sticking up out of the hole so that small creatures, if they fall in, can climb out. Chipmunk or mouse, mole, if they fall in, can climb up out of the hole and get out. Because we don't want to come and find a dead animal that couldn't climb out.
No, exactly.
Because the walls are kind of straight.
So
Raccoon could get right out real easy.
Yeah, so this is responsible.
Yeah, we want to make it safe. And if somebody come along, they see it's covered and there's logs, they can't just fall in.
Choice edible, not this, because
and alive, and I never knew what they were.
that is well, I mean, it's a choice edible mushroom, but obviously this one's old, and the way you can really tell if it's going to be hollow and it's going to have pores on the inside. So you're going to see the brain the stem. If it's hollow and have pores, it's a
when
Morel.
these are fresh, they're whitish.
They're beautiful. Well, there are 3 different species. There's like white, yellow, and black ones, but this is a Morel mushroom.
Man,
and
how many times
my
have you
God,
seen
if we would have
these?
found this a month ago,
Really?
Yeah.
would have been delightful. It wouldn't have been as big, but it wouldn't have
I
been
always said to
delightful.
Belle, don't touch that. That's probably
Choice edible mushroom.
So that is a Morel.
That is a Morel.
I've seen them in
And
France,
so the top
but
is
there are
now
lots
not looking the same
smaller.
anymore.
That's why I'm like, oh my God, we found a Morel.
So do you forage for mushrooms and?
I absolutely do, and there are a lot of mushrooms in New York City parks.
Oh, so maybe there's more Morels.
There might
Yeah.
be, but it's kind of late. The season's kind of
Right.
late. Like it's usually the last week in April and the first week in May. So that's a great sign. Like, wow, Morel mushroom.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Morels, everyone. We found a Morel.
So when we sell at the flea market, we have our bottles out on the table for the public to look at. And when they come in, they could read our picture board and shows this beautiful collage that Belle made up of our work. And this helps the public understand what we do. And it really verifies for them that we're the diggers of these bottles. Without that, they just don't know, like, is this true or not? That we're selling bottles that we dug up in New York out of the ground. So, and that's a little piece of our life there in photos. It's a big construction site next to Katz's Deli. This is where we found all that great stuff in the other room, the redware plates. This is my buddy Dan finding this jug here, and I purchased this. I bought it off him, and that's it there.
That
He
one
was willing to
which
sell it
one is
that day. This little 1820s
Yeah.
stoneware jug is what he's holding. I put the handle back on. That was missing a handle at the time. I restored the handle.
Incredible. We love to dig up the past. So hopefully we're going to go dig up some past now.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a wheatie. I can tell it's a wheatie, but it's a wheat penny. So we know it's before 1959. I mean, it's just a United States penny. The date I can't tell, but it is a wheatie. And then we have a small medicine bottle.
You just found this little medicine bottle
Yes,
here.
we did. The Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company out of Jersey City, New Jersey.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Do you know anything about them, Scott?
Yeah, it was started as a small grocery store in the old days, and they became the A&P supermarket later on.
A&P supermarket.
Yeah.
I remember that as a kid.
So they were like a small tea house, or not tea house, but tea supply and grocery supply company in the beginning.
And what, 1890s, 1900s?
Yeah,
Early
exactly.
1900s.
Yep, and that's lemon or vanilla extract in that.
Well, I just moved a rock, and looks like there's a bowl here. I wonder if it's in one piece. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, I got a little bit of a teapot here, look.
Wow. That's cool.
That's
What
nice.
pretty is that?
Actually,
That's
it's not a teapot. It's like a vase, a vase.
That's pretty pretty.
It's pretty, isn't it?
I had two handles. It's a sugar bowl.
Is it a sugar bowl?
Yeah, that's
Isn't
for
that
sugar.
lovely?
That is sweet. Late
Get on the
90s.
sheet again.
Oh, very
I think you're on the
Yeah,
sheet
that's
better
late
now.
90s.
That's so
Hand
lovely.
painted.
That's actually
Wow.
perfect.
You are lucky.
That's pretty.
See,
Yeah,
drawn
you
to
have
it. Let's give it a rinse and we'll come
yeah.
back with it.
Okay.
It's just too nice.
Nice
It's
one.
very English.
Oh, look! There's a teeny weeny little bottle
Oh,
here.
you got a medicine bottle.
Yeah. There's nobody on it, but
I
isn't
just
that
touched
cute? That's cute, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that. That's all lemon or vanilla extract. That's what that is. When the ring in the neck, it tells illiterates it's a food product.
Look at
That's
that.
right.
This is really lovely. It has some gold
yes.
gilding on
Yeah,
it.
raised
look at
gold
that.
Raised gold designs.
That's really pretty.
It's very pretty.
On it.
See, I told you, it's
Hey, the
the
little
trowel. It's the trowel.
Little trowel.
Oh, that's a nice piece of porcelain, isn't it? Oh, that's nice. Has that got a little? It's got a little seal
No,
on
it doesn't have a. Take that.
It's got quite a nice little scene on it there.
Yeah,
a couple
look
of
at
people. Hey, let's see what this is. I can see something's just been uncovered here. Maybe it's like a pickle jar or something.
Exactly. Capers.
Let's have a look.
Wow.
Oh, it's quite long.
This is. There you go.
Oh, that's rather nice,
Wow.
isn't it? Look at
It's in
that.
shape.
From this time period, if you put it in enough sunlight, that'll probably purple and turn a nice shade of purple in a couple of years.
Very nice.
Lovely. Let
Well,
me give it a quick look and I'll tell you if it will purple or not.
It's got the manganese in it. He's right. It's beautiful. They turn purple in the sun. Leave it in the window.
Look,
We're outside.
there's obviously stuff here, isn't there?
Oh, shut up.
Well, I'd never be able to get it in my. Oh, look!
Dude, look at you. You got a milk.
Oh,
A one pint. Now, oh, just let me see if it says New York on it. If it says New York, you're golden.
yes.
You got it. Is
Oh,
it New York?
yes. What has it got on it?
I don't know. Rinse it. That's awesome. That's
It's a
new.
little milk bottle.
Let me give it a rinse. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I'd be so.
With a little trowel.
Oh no, she's using the rake now. She's cheating. She's not using her English trowel.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, let's see what it says on it.
If it says New York, you're golden.
It's a Slauson.
New York.
How nice.
Oh, fabulous.
So they code date those on the bottom. So we
There
might
you
find
go.
the code
That's your
date.
souvenir.
Yes, a New York little milk bottles.
It's so adorable.
Slauson, is it? Slauson.
Slauson, yeah. Let's see if we can pick up a code date on it.
Oh, that's definitely coming home with me.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's really sweet. Let me see.
I'm thrilled with that.
It's along this edge here. So there you go. There's an 11. 1911. Those two numbers are the last number of the year. That's a
fantastic.
1911 milk.
Right, okay, let's get back to it.
Nice. There you go. Look at you. You're oh, she got the spot. I know. I'm just gonna put this down and watch.
Belle's got a bottle. Oh, that's nice.
It's called the strap side medicine because of this band on the side.
That's nice.
So it had paper label, that's why it's unembossed. So yeah,
cool.
it's alright.
Yeah, it's that time.
That is so cool, isn't it?
I
that
love it. I
that
love it.
bottle.
Just because we got New York, we've got the name, which you'll be able to research.
Yes.
It looks like it's got a purple tint, which means it's probably going to get purple. Do you see the purple tint?
Yep,
It's gorgeous.
I love that. No, that's really, really special.
Oh, definitely.
And there's a bottle
Put that in the
here,
window. That's
so
going to turn purple.
let's see what this is.
What do you got?
It's another milk
Oh my God,
bottle.
look
Oh, she's got a
Yeah, she's got two of them, same one.
Yes.
So let me
Should
get
we
out
give
the
it
sun.
I'll give it a little rinse off. Give it a rinse. These are great. It's always fun to find something with a name, isn't it? Okay, this one isn't as detailed as the other one. It's just got half pint on it.
Oh,
No, hang on. There is something there. Can you see it? There is something.
I see the initials. I see half pint.
Yeah, I'll keep that and have a closer
Lawson,
look at it.
yeah,
Oh, yes,
Lawson,
yes.
New York.
New York.
For-
Lawson.
Field Farms.
Hooray!
Cool. Well, Sheffield Farms, number
Brilliant.
4. There you
Put
go.
it with the rest.
It's all you.
Thank you.
You pick out the best one with the best of Boston, you know?
Oh, I think I may have to take both of them. Are they both the same?
I don't know. One might have a different embossing.
Yeah.
The lip looks a little different.
Yeah, it does. I'll probably take both of
Well,
them.
he was able to find the mark, right? Was it in the center? Because that's 2. Let's see what this one was.
Oh, that's completely different. That's a massive 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, quick, let's go and see if there's any more.
I don't know.
So this strange piece of glass has just popped out. So we're going to see
Oh my!
see if Scott knows what it is.
that?
Yeah.
I think it's for a towel.
I don't.
No?
Well,
No.
you've got to have it. I can't get all this.
That's
moving.
wild.
Lucky horseshoe.
No, I believe it was a glass basket
Basket.
made of glass
Isn't
with
it
a handle
lovely?
attached. It's just amazing, all hand cut.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. I've seen the glass baskets, but not
But that's-
one of these come out of the
Is
ground.
that for art?
That's pretty amazing.
That's wild.
Nicola.
That is so
No,
neat.
you keep it.
It's big
Please,
for her to
as a
travel
as
with
a
these.
reminder,
on the plane.
a reminder of me.
That's really wild.
You have to take them.
How neat is that?
That is cool.
You're on a roll. You got a hot spot.
It's
That
good.
intuition when you come, that that
Yeah.
makes you feel like here maybe. I used to dig in my dumps and try here, then try here, and just say where, and try that, and then I'd hit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a feeling you get.
Let's just find another bottle. maybe.
Did you get a penknife?
Yeah,
She
look.
did.
It's tortoiseshell, I think.
Or a bone.
It looks like it's see-through, more
Let me
like
see.
Oh, that's
Trans-
nice,
Is it
isn't it?
see-
transparent.
Is
yeah.
it B? Let's see. It might be, or it's an early type of plastic that looks like it. But hard to tell. Yeah, it could be.
Okay, a bottle here.
You've got a bottle.
Got a bottle.
Neck.
No, it's a bottle.
Oh.
Ooh!
Whoa, look at that.
It's embossed.
Oh,
Who is it, babe?
What is
I'll
it?
let you know in a second.
Oh,
It
that's
says,
nice.
I Rokeach
Rokeach,
and
yeah.
Sons Inc.
It's a Jewish company.
Oil
Do you want me to give it a little
refiners.
rinse in the river?
Brooklyn, New York.
Oh,
Nice.
that's amazing. Wow, nice one. That is really nice. That is nice, isn't it? That's a good find. Oh, that's lovely. Rokeach and Sons Inc. Something, yeah. Oil refiners, Brooklyn. Yeah, oil refiners, Brooklyn.
Is that an embossed?
Yeah.
Wow!
A Jewish star.
Look at
Does
the
it have it?
star and
Oh,
a
it's got the-
crown.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, that is
That's their
cool.
symbol.
That's cool.
I was surprised it wasn't on there when we
That
first read
is
it.
very cool. This
That's
is the
sweet.
coolest one we've
That's
gotten
very
so
cool.
far,
That's
right?
very
Olive oil
cool.
bottle.
Yeah.
That's really
very
beautiful.
nice. And look at the crown above it.
Very nice.
Sweet, Beeb.
Well done.
Yeah, Beeb.
We can go now.
All right, let's wrap it up.
This is not embossed.
I didn't look.
What have you got there, Belle?
So these are the early celluloid dolls. You know,
That's
it's
so
early
cute.
plastic.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and she has a book, a scholarly girl. It's adorable.
And you've got a milk bottle as well.
Yeah, so these is the same as yours, Sheffield, and it will purple. You see the hint,
Yes.
and I think yours is the same. And we got this bottle from also
Oh, that's nice.
WBDO, New York.
WB Dio, New York. What was that, like pickles or something?
Yes, food, pickled horseradish, or
That's nice.
it's a food jar.
Excellent. Frostilla. That's nice. New York. Holmes Fragrant. That's nice. So we're gonna wrap it up now. The time has gone so quickly and I've had such a brilliant time with Belle, Scott and Alex hiding behind there. Alex and I are the dream team. He was helping me dig all these bottles out. It was such a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun.
It was so good. So what are your favourite finds from today?
Wow, this is my favorite find. It's a bottle with a Jewish star and a crown. Looks like a crown, yes.
Yep.
And it's A. Rokeach and Sons Oil Refiners, Brooklyn, New York.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That would be my
Very
favorite.
And do you remember what Frostilla does? Do you remember the
Frostilla,
advertising?
it was cream.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So this is a little
I think
lotion
it's a
bottle.
whitening cream.
Whitening cream, maybe
Yes.
for keeping your white, like almost bleaching your tan off,
Yes.
so you'd look whiter in those times, and they
So
didn't want to have a
that
tan
is
at all.
Frostilla of
And it's
New York.
yeah,
Rochester.
Elmira, New York.
Elmira.
Yeah. And it says Holmes Fragrant Frostilla, so it has a nice scent.
Frostilla.
That's my favorite.
Well, we found some great things. I think my favourites are the milk bottles. Yeah, the milk bottles, which I have put down, but which I'll show you again.
And
Right,
this
so-
find of yours is great.
Yeah, that's really strange.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
That's really different.
This is very cool.
All right, so let me get some
Making
paper
it.
out. We're in a mark.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you so much for bringing me with you today.
You're welcome.
This is New York style digging.
Really?
Yeah.
Glad you came.
Thank
Simple,
you
not
very
real
much.
colorful, but we get some good stuff sometimes.
It's out here. Just get out and look for it. It's out here.
It's a full house.
It certainly is a full house. It's absolutely beautiful.
This is stuff for sale to the public, and here, and they're hidden in the kitchen cabinets and other hiding places are stock for the public because we sell bottles at a flea market every Sunday.
Oh, where do you sell?
77 Columbus, it's called Grand Bazaar. We're there every Sunday up until the autumn, until the fall or so, and then we do a holiday market at Union Square Park at Christmas. Come into the
And this is
workshop.
Belle, the other
Hi.
the other
There's
person.
Belle.
I'm not the talker much, but here we are.
Yeah, it's really. Is that a wasp's nest?
Yeah, my
It
buddy
is,
gave
yeah.
it to me as a gift. Knocked out of a tree on his property upstate.
That's from Andy
Yep, my
at
buddy
Privy
Andy.
Digger.
Okay, Privy Digger on Instagram.
Yes.
And your girl finds treasure on Instagram, aren't you?
I am.
Andy's
And-
been my digging friend for over 20 years.
And we just got Scott's account back at Greybeard
Yes, it
Boy.
had been shut down.
Oh, good. Greybeard boy and girl finds treasure.
So here's a workshop. My work desk and Belle's, and our windows filled with bottles.
There's so much to look at that it's just a feast for the eyes. And you do this beautiful oil painting as well.
Thank you. So this is a view of Lower Manhattan out of my Valentine's history book, printed in the 1850s, and this was what it said in the caption. This was a print. This was a little print in the book. That's what it said in the back, and I used an old font and made the paper look old to just go with it. I've painted since I was a child, and basically don't paint to make a living. I've made collages and shadow boxes all these years, making a living as a street artist. But this wall is devoted to some of my paintings of old New York, of still lifes of my artifacts. And I do I one day experimented by using pipe stems on a frame because I had so many from South Street Seaport. They're 18th century stems. And this was my first one, and my oldest bottle I dug up in Lower Manhattan. That's 1690 to 1710, in around there, 1710 at the most. With a little pipe with it. These pipe bowls came out of where the big sea dock was in Lower Manhattan in the 1600s, and they were a 1740s layer of pipes in that site under the ground, dropped off the dock. These were broken pipes that came in shipment. They dumped them in the water. These two views are William Chappell's work from 1810, and I reproduced his paintings of Elizabeth Street right off of Houston in 1810 of the night watchman coming out of his watch box, making his rounds, and the lamplighter in South Street Seaport just lit that lamp, and he's moving on with his ladder to the next lamp. So these are two yellow Dutch buildings still standing at that time. So this bottle was dug up in the 1970s in the Bronx in pieces. My buddy obtained it from the diggers after 20 years of, and then finally he got the parts and presented it to me and asked if I could rebuild the piece. So I restructured the bottle. It's now in the New York Historical Society on display in their permanent collection upstairs on display. Slip decorated pie plates or redware plates, and the potter would pour the design on with a little slip cup. And then he'd make the pattern with 3 quills. They were bird quills with little chambers that he would use his thumb to control the flow on and off. And he would pour that design on there, and then sometimes comb it or wiggle it or agitate it. But these are all done like that and dripped and docked. But to write with it it takes quite a bit of skill. And these are my simple repairs. Some are much older repairs, so they've gotten darker. But they're all found in pieces, and I restored them. The money wanted's from the Bowery.
When do they date to, Scott?
They're from about late 18th century to the 1830s or 40s, about the 1850s at most, but they're pretty early.
Yeah, very similar to what we find in the Thames, isn't it?
Stuff I dug up at South Street Seaport, and this is more like you would see in the Thames. This is one of my earlier large collages set in plaster Paris, and these are all 18th century fragments or a little earlier. And this is from down on Carmine Street in West Village, and these are chamber pot fragments and water pitcher fragments in mocha ware. And you have it there, and you have it in the blue one over there. Some of our black glass. We really love early bottles, and that's my
Look
black
at
glass
those.
collection.
As you know, probably, I'm a big fan of onion bottles.
Some come from Philadelphia, from Virginia. This I got from a guy in England. This is found in an Indian site on Mississippi on a guy's farm. This is from Francis Tavern site many years ago after the archaeologist left. It was during the construction process, broken, and I glued it back. James River, Virginia, they were found in the mud. So my buddy, a historian friend, got a neck with no handle, and I put the body back onto it. And this one I bought in Holland in a little shop, and it had been broken around here, and all the handle and lip I put back on it. And this guy, a German fellow, owned, and it broke on him. He had it restored. I bought off of him. But I really can't. These are very expensive to buy.
They are.
I love them a lot.
They are.
Bellarmine jugs, just the graybeards just get me.
Yes, I mean, it's on my wish list to find one, but I somehow think that's quite unlikely.
My top hats and some of Belle's hats in here. These are what I wear at work. This is how the public recognizes me. Chianti wines, we gathered like that. Want to come in?
Wow, they're like bunches of bubbles, aren't they?
Yeah, like grapes.
I'll just call. I'm so go over here, yak.
Some of the little bit of the apartment, the windows are lit with bottles.
Look at this beautiful collection of clay pipes. Are these found over here as well?
Most are New York found, a couple from the Thames, and like that, but most are privy found pipes. These are a little more my special ones. Like the guy with a sack of tobacco on his back.
Oh, look at that.
That's representing a man carrying a sack of tobacco. There's some fantastic pipes in the world. These are my oxidized bottles. And these are restored from fragments. All pottery you see in the house has been glued together and repaired. So this is all, some of them are state of repair, some of them are done. But we have mocha ware, we have sponge ware, we have hand painted, transfer ware.
Yeah. It's often a lot more special, I think, when it's been repaired, isn't it?
It is nice, yeah. It's just nice to see them come together. We sift the bottom of the layer out in a screen and retrieve as much as we can of the shards to do the restoration.
Can I just look at that tiny little shadow box there? Because it's just so, it's really caught my eye, this teeny weeny one here.
So this, I had made one of these for Christmas time that was a bit bigger. And Belle liked it so much she asked me if I could make her one, and she found that little skull in the flea market. And I built that little black glass case gin in there, and I built the pipe, but these are the things I had, and made a little gift for her. This is the tiniest skull shadow box. I've made about 5 or 6 skull shadow boxes with a human skull in it. Yeah. These are 2 of my paintings. I copied a Catlin painting. He was a famous painter that did the Indians of the West in the 1830s. This is dug from a cistern in Brooklyn. And I believe this was the Great Blizzard of 1888 because I got the little calendar in there in the same well on cellulose plastic that has the year. This guy had a bicycle and he rode into traffic and got hit by a carriage, and that dent in the wheel is from the carriage crunching the wheel. He came home with a bent seat and the bike was all broken up, but apparently he saved his bike to rebuild it and threw those parts in the cistern well. This is 1888, the Great Blizzard of New York that happened in the spring. All of a sudden it was 6 feet of snow in 2 days. I like this one. It's a hair dye from the 1850s, and it's called Jerome's Hair Color, Hair Restorer, and it was found in a brothel pit in the East Village.
Really?
Yeah, and it was all, obviously it was a brothel. There was the things in there that told us, but I love stuff like this. So crude, so long.
Jerome's hair color restorer. So it could have been used by one of the ladies of the night.
Oh yeah. There were shaving cream pots for their legs. There were just everything in there spelled that. Nothing men. It was all women's. Too much of it and too high quality. All in one all. The whole neighborhood were brothels throughout. They were dotted throughout that whole neighborhood. But salvaged before the developers took it out with the machine.
Marvelous. Have you got a favourite?
I do.
Find?
Where is it, Belle? Show it.
You have to reach it though. It's,
Okay, I
it's
will.
this purple bottle in the window.
Oh, look
And
at
if
that.
you notice, Scott has the same bottle.
Oh yes.
So his he dug in Jersey City, Scott.
Yep.
20.
landfill site.
When was that?
So 20 years ago.
Yeah. So when I
25 years
started
ago.
digging with him in the Bronx, I found this, and it's the same lamp. So this is a child's
freaked
lamp,
out.
circa 1890s, and it says "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star."
Oh,
So
how
you
I
see the
wonder what
stars.
you are.
Yeah.
So this is our favorite bottle. Well, mine is yours.
As a lamp to go around the house to find your way through the dark rooms is what these are for children to use. You'd go out to the outhouse with that and go from room to room in the dark with their little lamp. It had the globe and the flame, and she'd hold it and he'd hold it and walk around. And
That's beautiful. And it's very special that you
way.
both found one. It's like
Yeah.
twin twinkles.
Right.
happened to
It's
us
called
over the
twinning.
years.
Twinny twinkles.
Twinkle, Twinkle, Twins.
Oh, thank you both for
You're welcome.
giving
It's
us a
really
tour
nice
of your
having you.
incredible place.
And that's it. That's what we do. And we love New York's past. We love digging.
Hi everyone, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, all is going well for you. And welcome to the show that has it all: the best face cream advice, house cleaning tips, foraged food recipes, and bottle digging tutorials. What more could you possibly want? And I'd like to give a really big thank you again to Scott and Belle and Alex for taking me out on those New York bottle digging adventures, and to Belle and Scott for showing me around their amazing Aladdin's cave treasure trove of an apartment with all those treasures salvaged from New York. It was such an absolute delight, and also for the incredible artwork which was just everywhere, which was so very inspiring. I absolutely loved the art. I particularly loved the paintings of the onion bottles and the skulls and the cups, and I'll put them up on the screen now with those beautiful clay pipe frames. It really was just very, very inspiring. And actually, Scott gave me a really lovely mounted horseshoe crab. I actually showed it in one of my last videos in New York. During my visit, I discovered horseshoe crabs and discovered that I'm absolutely fascinated with them. And so this one here is one that Scott himself found, washed up, dead obviously, when he found it. And aren't they just exquisite creatures? So very, very prehistoric looking. They really remind me of trilobites that I used to study at school when I was younger. And so I'm absolutely delighted with this. So he's written on the back, horseshoe crab. I found this baby crab shell washed up on a beach in Brooklyn. So thank you very much. It has a very special place in my front room. And not only did he give me that beautiful horseshoe crab, but I have the mini horseshoe crab in here. It's just an absolute delight, look. The teeniest little perfect horseshoe crab. So Scott, thank you very much, and thank you all of you for your wonderful hospitality. So of course it goes without saying, please do go over and take a look at Belle and Scott's Instagram accounts. So Scott is Greybeard Boy and Belle is Girl Finds Treasure, and you can see some of the wonderful things that they have found over the years, and you can also find out where to buy any bottles and artwork. I know that Belle has an Etsy site on her Instagram profile, and of course you'll also be able to find out about the flea markets and where you can go and see them and see what they found and have a chat with them. So yeah, it was absolutely great. It's wonderful, you know, being able to travel around and meet such inspiring people. So yeah, I had the greatest time. It seems ages ago that I was in New York now. It was, when was it? It was a couple of months ago. It goes so quickly, but I shall definitely take a trip back. And of course, Alex, I'd just like to tell you that I am definitely on the sheet. I have found some wonderful things over the last few weeks, and so I'm very much looking forward to sharing those with all of you over the coming months in some more videos. So what else did I want to say? I better check my notes so I don't forget anything. Well, I did want to mention that in September, for the entire month of September this year, there is going to be the wonderful Totally Thames Festival, celebrating everything to do with the River Thames. And each weekend there is going to be an exhibition of mudlarking finds by lots and lots, I don't know, maybe up to about 100, I'm not sure, mudlarks, and it's going to be in 4 different venues. I'm actually taking part in 2 of them, the first weekend, which I think is the 3rd and 4th of September, and also the second weekend, which is going to be at the Maritime Museum in Greenwich, which I'm really excited about because it's very close to where I live, and it's going to give me an opportunity to get all my military, navy themed finds out. And I'm also doing a talk which is free on the 10th of September. Now, the events listing for the Thames Festival is going to be coming out on Monday, the 11th of July. So you'll be able to find out all about loads and loads of different events, and many of them, I'm sure, will be online, so you don't even have to be in England to go and see them, although I don't think my talk will be online. But if you are in England, it would be great to see you, so please come and see me, give a talk. I will try and make it as interesting as possible. And so, yeah, that's it really. I would like to say thank you, as always, to all of you for your comments and your support, your emails. Sometimes it takes me quite a while to reply to them, but I always try and reply to them, so don't lose faith if I haven't replied yet. Also, a huge thank you to everybody who has donated to my Ko-fi account. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I hope that you have a good rest of day, a good rest of week, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you again very soon. I'm going to put together a nice video about some of my Thames mudlarking finds next. I still have some New York videos to make. I'm going to be making one about a very interesting person that I met who is a street larker. He finds things in the streets, so sort of similar but also very different. And also a video about Keen's pipe restaurant, clay pipe restaurant in New York, which is full of thousands and thousands of clay pipes. And so I'm really looking forward to putting that together too. So thank you again, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you soon. In the meantime, please stay safe and be happy. Lots and lots of love coming to you all from here in London. Bye-bye.